Hey everyone, it's Jeff Fisher of High School Football America, touring across America as we're getting all 32 of the Don Shula nominees. What a time of year! This is a great time of year. So many great coaches in the nation, and we're making a stop today in the state of Arizona. The Cardinals Coach of the Year, Colin Thomas, a guy that's built Liberty into a pretty good national power, appearing in the High School Football America national rankings last year. Number 17 won their first Open Division title, and coach is here to share a little bit about last season. We'll look ahead a little bit, and we're going to talk about that good award. Thanks for joining us, Coach.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me.
Well, it's been a climb, right? You were the offensive coordinator there in 19 when you won the 6A title, and then Arizona goes full in on the Open Division, and that's kind of the crown jewel, right? And
Yes,
you
it
got it
is.
last year. Now that you've had a little bit more than a month, I guess, month and a half to think about it, what does 2023 look like in the rearview mirror for you? Even though I know you're going to give me coach speak and say we're looking at 24.
Yeah, it was an amazing season, and obviously winning the championship caps it off. But we had a great group of seniors that you really led the team, and they were a joy to coach every day. So when you have good players, but also they're really good people and great leaders, it makes your jobs coach very easy.
We talked about this, I think, on the podcast we did with you last year on Play Football, which was, the um, getting to the top, right? And building those numbers and building the consistency. Where are you guys at this point, and what is the goal going into 24 to build upon that great success and championship?
Yeah, I mean, obviously now getting to the top, the goal is to stay there, and that's easier said than done, but that's the standard of our program is just, standards to be the best. So I mean, the 24 team has a lot to live up to, but they've been working hard for 4 years as well, so those young men will get their opportunity next fall. And I just hope they go about it the same way the 23 team did, which is, earn it every day. And usually if you're working that way and have that type of mindset, good things are going to happen.
No doubt about it. I've been watching your I was going to say Twitter account. I guess it's the X account now, but a lot of schools coming through there right now. Football's no longer, stopped when the championships are done. Get a little breather. You got your workouts going already. Looks like there's a lot of schools coming through and looking at the program. How much of a smile does that put on your face to know that you've been a part of the program now that's getting good looks from around schools around the country?
Yeah, just again, happy for the young men. We have a lot of great young men who work really hard, and two of them got a scholarship offer around 30 minutes ago. So
Good.
just happy to see their hard work and dedication get rewarded because so many kids that are great football players, it doesn't happen for them, whether it be size or speed or, whatever the issue is. So when kids do, it's awesome. And we're happy to be at a place where colleges are constantly going to come and get a chance to see our kids.
Yeah. I always say everybody has speak, right? In the media, we have speak, coach speak, player speak, all that good stuff.
Sure.
But this is a direct question because, like I said earlier and joked a little bit, coach speak is now 23. We've already forgotten about that. We're looking ahead. But easier said than done. What are some of the things that you're telling the kids, what the staff's telling the kids about putting that in the rearview mirror?
Yeah, I feel like we've kind of had that chip on our shoulder for a long time over here, trying to prove ourselves. And that chip's not going to go anywhere, right? Because what happened last year was tremendous, but it has no bearing on next year. So again, our guys understand that they're working really hard. And also, when you're on top, everyone wants to bring you down. That's how that works. So
Yeah.
our kids got to understand it. And as a staff, too, stay as hungry as possible. Just as hard as it was to get there, it's going to be harder to stay there. So no, we understand that and excited for the challenge, and that could have some issues we never had to face before. But come next September, I'm pretty sure we're ready to play football.
I have no doubt about that. Let's talk a little bit about Arizona high school football in general, especially in 6A. We can all tick off the names that everybody knows makes those appearances, whether it's in our national rankings, Max Preps, and all that. We've got the Chandlers out there, the Bashes. You got Hamilton. We can go on, and your name is now in the mix there. Tell me in general how you feel the quality of football is in the state of Arizona at this point in time.
Yeah, I got it in 2015, and I think it just keeps getting better and better, and it shows by the national rankings and how we compete when we play teams from other states. The quarterback play in our state is really, really good. And I think the weather helps. Kids are playing 7-on-7 and that stuff all year. Um, the team speed, obviously, we played Corona and their team speed was really good. But I mean, again, you play a Basha Chandler, they're a great team speed as well. And then a lot of Arizona players now have success at the college and professional level too. I think showing how great our state is, and I think you'll see the numbers of those things increase tremendously the next 5 years because of the previous 5 years. Kids are now in that cycle. So quality of play is to me very very high, and as a state, I think we're very proud to keep showing where we're at football wise.
Yeah, we're going to talk about the award now, but as I've said to every coach that I've interviewed so far, and will say through the rest of these, that yes, your name's on the award and all those things, but football is a team sport, and you can't win the award without your staff. So I'm giving everybody the opportunity to talk a little bit about their staff and the importance of that staff, who you've put on that staff with you to help you get the recognition you're getting with the Shula Award nominee.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that because our staff is second to none in my mind. A lot of these guys have been here before, I was the head coach, so it's a lot of continuity. Our DC and special teams coordinator, Travis Guinea, Ian Gardner, both came when I came as the head coach, and they're tremendous. Our strength conditioning coordinator, Brian Cherry's been here 8 years, and it starts with what he does in the weight room starting in January. Our position coaches really own their role and create relationships and take their kids out to dinner each week and kind of have that type of family atmosphere. So in football, one person cannot do it all. So I'm very blessed to get the recognition and proud of our program. But no, we have around 35 members on staff, and from freshmen on, everyone plays a role to help us get to the point. And they're all getting rings because of it. So very very proud of them.
And we always try to give coaches that watch our videos, some nuggets here. And you made the jump, as I said, from OC, paid your dues, and now you're the HC. And I'm just curious what you tell guys on your staff about, moving along in the profession. What are the things you're looking for from guys on your staff to see when it's time to elevate, that you can elevate them and all that? Is there a couple of things that you look for?
Sure, one is some guys get things done, some guys don't, right? So the coaches that can just find ways to add value to your program and help you with, even you not having to ask them and just having a feel for that. Professionalism and how to go about business, I think is really important. Are you a good communicator with kids, with coaches, or are you constantly causing problems with kids and coaches, right? So I think communication skills really help you move up. And then constantly having the ability and also the want to getting better. The game changes every year schematically. Understanding the recruiting landscape changes every year, so constantly trying to improve is something that I try to do each year. And those are the type of coaches that we want on staff here.
Yeah, no doubt. And patience comes into play too.
Yeah,
Always
very
tell
true.
people that in my business. It doesn't come easy. Sometimes
Yes.
you got to wait a few years. You kind of touched on it when I was talking about your staff, but let me roll it out at you. The obvious question, which is, how does an award like this make you feel?
Again, just proud, right? Because I know to get a award like this, our entire organization is doing things the right way. We're aligned in what we're doing. And when those things happen, you have the success, that we have. You don't have that by chance. We have a lot of good football players, but also, we don't have 20 Division I players in the roster, right? We've had kids that have busted their tails for 4 years, believe in our culture. Coaches, same thing, believe in their culture, do their job at a high level. And it's allowed for some great success the last couple of years. And as a school and a community, very proud of that.
Let's talk a little bit about the Cardinals and reaching down. I know we did this last year, but it seems like not only the Cardinals, but every NFL team's just kind of building on the momentum of reaching down into the roots of the game. And I know the Cards are doing that a lot there throughout the state, not just in the Phoenix area there. So talk a little bit about what it means to you to have the NFL team there in the state reaching down into your level of the profession.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. They don't have to do it, right? But I think anytime an NFL or the Cardinals is associated with anything you do, people are going to be excited. So I think it just elevates the game. I know our state started, girls flag football in the last, year, and the NFL was really big in that. We're doing it for the first time this spring. So it's amazing to have them just want to be a part of the high school football community. Obviously, every kid out here, their goal is to be an NFL player, right? So anytime you get anything to do with them, it's just very thankful for us. And hopefully they continue to invest in high school football, and hopefully Arizona goes from a top 10 football state to, keep moving up in the ranks there a little bit, so.
That would not surprise anybody. I think everybody you're no longer the unknown secret, right?
Sure.
It's out there in the public. And then the last one, I think I talked about this last year, but I mean, when you get nominated for whether it's the Cardinals Coach of the Year or now the nominee for the Shula Award, your name's right next to one of the greatest of all time, right?
Mhm.
Colin Thomas, Don Shula. When did you think your name was ever going to be in that same sentence? Ever?
No, I don't think you think much about that. I grew up in a very rural part of Virginia and Maryland, and my father and uncle were both big Baltimore Colts fans, and went to many games. It was a sad day when they left Baltimore for them. So obviously Don Shula, was a big deal to them. And my uncle is no longer with us; he passed away, but he was a football coach as well. So I think him and my dad very proud for my name to be next to that, and very thankful.
Shows how old we both are. I guess that we can go all the way back. Everybody talks about the Dolphins. I like that you got the Colts in there and then
Now,
back.
I didn't see many Baltimore Colts games, all right,
Right.
but
Well,
yeah, when I was
I
growing up, he was
did.
coaching the Dolphins. But
I'm old, that's for sure. But hey, Coach, really appreciate you taking the time today. Best of luck when it comes to the announcement on the winners this year, and keep doing what you're doing. You're doing a great job.
yes, sir. Thank you very much.